There are two types of back pain sufferers in this world. There are people who are comfortable sitting, and there are those who are not. And I fall in the latter category. For me, sitting has been at times intolerable. So in this video, I'm setting out to find the best way to sit in the world. And I'm also keeping in mind that whatever is the best way to sit also has to work for working at a computer. Because let's face it, I spend most of my time sitting at a desk. I explored everything from sitting on a firm surface to a cushy surface, from lumbar support to no backrest at all, to highly contoured desk chairs, to sitting on the floor and using props and pillows. In traditional Eastern cultures, sitting on the floor is a very common way to sit. And there's many different types of ways to sit on the floor, but it's not very conducive to a working environment. The good thing about sitting on the floor is that your core muscles remain active the entire time, which is good for supporting your spine. The bad thing is, for someone like me, I have super tight hips, which makes it uncomfortable for most positions sitting on the floor. You can use pillows and props to make it more comfortable, but again, this just doesn't really work as a practical way to sit and work at a desk. I've found that I have more stamina sitting on the floor by changing positions, and any one position for too long gets uncomfortable. Getting into more modern types of sitting, using a chair is a lot more comfortable and props the body up in better positions, meaning I can stay in one position for a lot longer. But knowing what I know about sitting, this allows your core muscles that support your spine to turn off, meaning your spine is unsupported by your own body. And when you spend a lot of time sitting in a fully supported position like that, your core muscles get weaker, and it's just bad for your spine in general. So I wanted to get the most objective results possible. And I went to find every chair and seating position that I could find, and I spent 5 minutes sitting in each position. Some conclusions that I came to are that sitting on a more cushy surface, while it does offer more cushion for my sit bones, it actually doesn't provide any more cushion or comfort to my spine. Also, for reclining chairs, it was comfortable to lean back in these chairs, but it wasn't very conducive to work, and while it was a little more comfortable for my lumbar spine, it did strain my neck muscles to have to flex forward and look at a computer while leaning back. Changing the height of a chair was also beneficial for a short period of time, but after a few minutes it became uncomfortable just like any other height of the chair. So I didn't come to a conclusion that sitting on a tall chair or a low chair was any better than the other. As a person that struggled with back pain for a long time, I was always being recommended different lumbar supports and chairs with built-in lumbar supports for sitting. And after many years of trying this, I've already realized that there is no lumbar support that is comfortable indefinitely. And so for my specific back pain condition, I don't have a personal preference for chairs with lumbar supports. After exploring every seating position that I can find, now it's time for me to compare and review my notes and come to a conclusion about what is the best sitting position for my body and my back and my comfort level, and also something that can allow me to work at a computer. There was no single seating position or chair that stood out to me as the absolute best, the winner of the contest. After about the 100th time reviewing my notes, I came to a realization that for the first time in my life, I had spent the entire day sitting and my back didn't hurt. It couldn't have been any one single chair that I could give credit to for being able to sit all day long and not have my back hurt. I had accomplished my goal of sitting pain-free, but the solution was not what I expected. It had something to do with all the different variations of chairs and seating positions that I sat in throughout the day. And I realized that variety is the most important factor in being able to sit comfortably. Our bodies are designed to move, and there is no single sitting position that is good for our body to be in for too long. The research tells us that the sitting position puts the most compressive forces on the lumbar spine and discs compared to any other position of the body. And changing those sitting positions helps to break up those compressive forces by giving you micro breaks and adding more movement into your day, which helps fluid get into your joints and blood flow into your muscles. and helps us to mimic the one thing that our bodies were designed to do, which is move. Getting a fancy chair with lots of cushions and contours may seem like a good idea because it has lots of bells and whistles, but those contours can actually work to force your spine into a position that reduces your ability to add variety to your sitting. The one thing that those more expensive or fancier chairs do offer are levers that allow you to change position and adjust your seating height or body position, which does help with variety. It's beneficial to have multiple seating options at your desk and your computer that allow you to change position as frequently as every 15 to 30 minutes. So I recommend a more flat seating surface that allow you to change position and move around freely and give your spine those micro movements that it loves to have throughout the day. So my ultimate conclusion is that variety is not only the spice of life, but it is also the best medicine to help you get through a workday in this modern day society that we live in. There is no single perfect sitting solution, and you have to find what works best for you. I recommend creating a workstation that allows you many different options throughout the day. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts and ideas and your favorite sitting position to add to this list. I'll be back next week to talk about a different topic related to getting out of the back pain cycle for good, and until then, get down on the floor and connect to your core.